Did you know that the CIA was involved in a secret mind control program? Or that they once tried to assassinate a world leader using an exploding cigar? That is just a glimpse into the CIA secrets we'll be unveiling in today's video. Hello and welcome back to the Mystery Reporter. Today we're blowing the whistle on the world's most secretive organization, the CIA, and revealing 8 jaw-dropping declassified secrets. The stories we're about to share will have you questioning everything you thought you knew about espionage, covert operations, and the lengths governments are willing to go to protect their interests. Before we jump into these tantalizing secrets, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the latest mysteries and secrets we uncover. But before we begin, let's take a moment to understand the Central Intelligence Agency, or CIA, and its role in shaping global events. Background into the CIA. Established in 1947, the CIA is the United States' primary civilian foreign intelligence service, responsible for collecting, analyzing, and disseminating intelligence to inform national security decisions. While the CIA's operations are often shrouded in secrecy, some of their most intriguing and controversial actions have been declassified over the years, providing a rare glimpse into the inner workings of this powerful organization. Operation Paperclip. Our first declassified CIA secret takes us back to the aftermath of World War II with Operation Paperclip. As the war came to an end, both the United States and the Soviet Union scrambled to secure the services of top German scientists, engineers, and technicians who were considered invaluable assets in the rapidly escalating Cold War. Operation Paperclip was a secret U.S. intelligence program aimed at recruiting and bringing these experts to the United States. Many of these individuals had been involved in the Nazi war machine, including those who had worked on the V-2 rocket program, which had caused widespread destruction in Allied cities during the war. Despite their past affiliations and potential war crimes, the United States was willing to overlook their backgrounds in the interest of gaining a technological edge over the Soviet Union. Under the cover of Operation Paperclip, more than 1,600 German scientists, engineers, and technicians were brought to the United States, given new identities, and integrated into various research and development programs. One of the most famous recruits was Wernher von Braun, who became the leading figure in American rocketry and played a crucial role in the development of the Saturn V rocket that eventually took astronauts to the moon. Operation Paperclip remained hidden from the public eye for many years, and it wasn't until the 1990s that the full extent of the program was revealed to the public. The operation raises complex ethical questions about the balance between scientific progress and the moral responsibility of working with individuals who had been involved in heinous acts during the war. Project MKUltra. Enter Project MKUltra, a top-secret mind control program conducted by the CIA in the 1950s and 60s. This top-secret program aimed to develop and perfect various mind control techniques that could be employed against foreign adversaries during the Cold War. To test these mind control techniques, the CIA conducted a series of covert experiments on both animals and humans, often without their knowledge or consent. Many of these experiments involved administering drugs, most notably LSD. The subjects were often prisoners, psychiatric patients, or even unsuspecting civilians, including military personnel and college students. As the years went by, the project began to spiral out of control, and many of the experiments were deemed unethical and inhumane. Eventually, in the early 1970s, the existence of Project MKUltra was exposed, causing public outrage and leading to a series of congressional hearings. The project was officially shut down in 1973, and the CIA was forced to apologize for its actions. Despite the project's closure, the chilling stories and horrific experiments have left an indelible mark on history and continue to fuel conspiracy theories and debates about government overreach to this day. While Project MKUltra explored the potential of manipulating the human mind, other CIA operations focused on more overt acts of aggression and deception. Operation Northwoods. Our third secret takes us back to the early days of the Cold War with Operation Northwoods. This shocking plan, proposed by the Joint Chiefs of Staff, involved staging a series of false flag attacks on American soil to justify a full-scale invasion of Cuba. During this time, the United States was facing a growing threat from Cuba, led by the communist government of Fidel Castro. The US government was determined to oust Castro and bring an end to communism in the region, and Operation Northwoods was a proposed plan to achieve this goal. The operation involved a series of false flag attacks and other deceptive measures aimed at creating a pretext for military intervention in Cuba. The plan was developed by high-ranking members of the U.S. military and intelligence community, including the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and proposed using fabricated attacks on U.S. targets, such as bombings and hijackings, to create a justification for military action against Cuba. Thankfully, the plan was never implemented, as President John F. Kennedy rejected it outright, deeming it unethical and potentially catastrophic. The declassification of Operation Northwoods in the early 2000s shed new light on the extent to which U.S. military and intelligence officials were willing to go in pursuit of their objectives, raising questions about the use of deception and false flag operations in the name of national security. With the backdrop of the Cold War fueling many of these covert operations, it's not surprising that the CIA looked for creative ways to assert American dominance over the Soviet Union, even in the world of art. The CIA and modern art. Did you know that the CIA played a significant role in promoting modern art during the Cold War? That's right. Our fourth declassified secret reveals that the CIA covertly funded and promoted abstract expressionist artists like Jackson Pollock and Mark Rothko. During the Cold War, the CIA recognized the power of art as a means of influencing public opinion and shaping international perceptions of the United States. The agency established a program, known as the Congress for Cultural Freedom, CCF, aimed at promoting American values and ideals through the arts. One of the most intriguing aspects of this program was the CIA's involvement in promoting modern art, which had often been associated with leftist and anti-establishment views. The CIA saw modern art as a potent tool in its propaganda efforts, as it represented freedom, creativity, and innovation, values that the US wanted to be associated with. Who knew that art could be such an effective weapon in the battle of ideologies? The CCF provided funding and support for numerous modern art exhibitions, conferences, and publications, often without disclosing its involvement. Some of the most notable beneficiaries of CIA support included abstract expressionist artists, such as Jackson Pollock and Mark Rothko, who were considered emblematic of American artistic and cultural values. The legacy of the CIA's involvement in modern art raises important questions about the relationship between art, politics, and power, and the role of cultural diplomacy in shaping global perceptions. Operation Gladio. The fifth declassified secret is Operation Gladio, a clandestine network of stay-behind operatives established by the CIA and NATO during the Cold War. The purpose of this secret army was to prepare for a potential Soviet invasion by organizing resistance movements in various European countries. However, these covert operatives were also involved in various acts of terrorism and political manipulation during the 1960s and 70s, with their actions eventually coming to light in the 1990s. As we continue to explore the CIA's declassified secrets, we find that their influence extended far beyond American borders. The Iran-Contra affair. Number 6 on our list is the infamous Iran-Contra affair, a scandal that rocked the Reagan administration in the 1980s. Our sixth declassified CIA secret takes us to the 1980s, a time when the United States was grappling with multiple international crises, including the Iranian Revolution and the rise of communist forces in Central America. The Iran-Contra affair, a major political scandal, exposed the CIA's role in covert operations that aimed to address these crises, revealing the complex web of secret dealings and the lengths the US government was willing to go to advance its interests. The Iran-Contra affair involved two seemingly unrelated covert operations. The first was the secret sale of weapons to Iran, which was under an arms embargo at the time. The second covert operation involved providing support to anti-communist rebel groups, known as the Contras, in Nicaragua. The legacy of the Iran-Contra affair serves as a cautionary tale about the potential dangers of covert operations and the unintended consequences that can arise when secrecy and deception are used to circumvent the law and democratic oversight. The CIA's desire to control narratives and shape public opinion has also led to some shocking revelations. Operation Mockingbird. Moving on to our 7th declassified CIA secret, Operation Mockingbird. This covert operation aimed to manipulate and control the news media in the United States and abroad. During the Cold War, the CIA recognized the power of the media as a means of influencing public opinion and shaping international perceptions of the United States. The agency established a program known as Operation Mockingbird. The CIA recruited journalists, editors, and media executives to help promote their agenda and spread misinformation. The operation was highly secretive and involved numerous front organizations, shell companies, and other methods of disguising the agency's involvement. The legacy of Operation Mockingbird raises important questions about the role of the media in a democratic society and the potential dangers of government influence and control over the press. It also highlights the importance of independent journalism and the need for transparency and accountability in media ownership and management. Although officially discontinued in the 1970s, many conspiracy theorists believe that similar operations continue to this day. The Stargate Project. Our final declassified CIA secret ventures into the realm of the paranormal and the unexplained with the Stargate Project, a top-secret CIA program that aimed to investigate the potential use of psychic abilities, like remote viewing, for intelligence-gathering purposes. The Stargate Project involved conducting a series of tests and experiments with individuals who claimed to possess psychic abilities. These psychic spies were asked to describe and sketch hidden targets or remote locations based on coordinates or other minimal information. The project also involved collaborations with respected institutions, such as the Stanford Research Institute, SRI, which conducted controlled experiments to test the validity of remote viewing claims. While the project was officially closed in the 1990s due to a lack of conclusive results, the legacy of the Stargate Project serves as a fascinating example of the lengths the CIA was willing to go in search of new intelligence-gathering methods. And that's a wrap on 8 incredible declassified secrets from the CIA that reveal the hidden side of history and the extraordinary lengths the agency has gone to in the name of national security. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the Mystery Reporter. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.